I'm a former investment advisor who uninvested from the stock market, and I share the alternative investments that I've found that more closely align with my values. While there was lots of interest in my last video where I introduced community development financial institutions, or CDFIs, as an alternative investment with a social impact objective. And these are mission-driven financial institutions that exist to pull money from investors and funders and donors and move that capital into communities that are often overlooked. After spending a lot of time looking at CDFI websites, I can tell you that most CDFIs are not well set up to educate and engage with individual investors. Their messaging is mostly focused on their core community mission. The reason for this is that historically, CDFIs were not funded by people like us. They were funded by banks and foundations and by the government. But we're changing that. Let's look at an example here. This is a website for Affordable Homes of South Texas, Inc. It's a CDFI focused on affordable housing. And when I click on About, it's all the messaging is about their community impact mission. But increasingly on sites like this with CDFIs, we're beginning to see the investor messaging just beginning to show up here. So here you can see a link that says invest in AHSTI, and there's a link. So good, perfect. Let me click on this and invest in this affordable housing mission. But when you click it, you end up here on the landing page for something else called CNote. It's a little confusing, but here's what's happening. Many of the smaller CDFIs are not resourced at a level to be able to support both sides of the investment equation. So most of their focus is on the communities that need resourcing, that need loans. And that's where their messaging goes, and that's where their energy and resources go. So platforms like CNote were established to help with the investor side of things for CDFIs. So CNote takes your money and pools it with other investors and distributes it across these smaller CDFIs like Affordable Homes of South Texas, Inc. I'll go into more details about CNote in the next video, but at the high level, CNote allows investors, small investors, to invest as little as $100 in social impact CDFIs. If this seems a little clunky, it's for two reasons. The first reason is because we're early. There aren't a lot of individual investors investing in CDFIs. And two, because these kinds of investments are not heavily sold and marketed. CDFIs just don't have the budget of large brokerage firms that are out there pitching their own products. So every time we make small investments outside of the Wall Street systems, it matters. It plants a seed that says, hey, we want more of this. Let's do more of this. Let's invest like mothers.